First question, Paul, is what advice do you have for startup fashion brands who are interested in producing overseas?
I think the next thing to remember is obviously the communication. You know, despite our staff here and in many parts of Asia and the world speaking fantastic English or other languages, it's still not our first language. So some things can get, some things can get misconstrued or misunderstood, and it takes a little bit of time again to learn each other's DNA and to learn each other's footprint. Once you understand each other, I think after the first 2 seasons, things tend to pick up a little bit more easily, and it goes a little bit more smoothly. But the teething issues sometimes can be quite frustrating for people, and I think some persevere and get through it. Some find it too difficult and actually say, "Listen, this is just too tough for me." Sure. So if you've done it a few times, you know what to expect. For your first time, sometimes it can be quite daunting.
Can you think of any specific examples where there were mishaps on the factory floor or working with suppliers just because of a word?
Oh yeah, oh absolutely, yeah, definitely. I mean, I remember back many years ago, we actually delivered for our own brand. We delivered 225 jackets in totally the wrong color, because we'd had somebody had translated it slightly wrong, and they were supposed to come in black and they came in khaki, and I got them out of the boxes in the UK and I said, "This is fantastic, the jacket's great. Sadly, it's in the wrong color." And they said, "There's been a translation problem here." And I said, "Well, okay, what do we do now?" So eventually we ended up moving them anyway. But yeah, there's plenty of, I mean, every day we have a slight language. I thought you said that. There's a miscommunication. You just got to get used to it and get around it and know where the pitfalls are and try and avoid them. It's experience.
Cool. My way of doing things, if I anticipate a miscommunication, I like to write things down. But I found that I've heard other people say, and my own personal experience in Vietnam, even if you write things down, if the person that you're communicating with is not committed to achieving the same goal, no matter what you write down on the piece of paper, often there's still a miscommunication.
Absolutely.
So how to overcome that?
We set up training regimes. So we set up pretty strict policies and procedures, and it doesn't give much room for wiggle. If somebody comes in and is supposed to be doing this job and I say, "Okay, well, that's what I need to achieve, do it how you want it," it generally doesn't get done. So we will give them a step-by-step procedure to follow in order to achieve the goals that we want to achieve. And we also have training as well. We go through training for this and that. We're looking to do 5S training shortly. Things like this that we're looking to bring into our factory. But we actually do go, even down to cleaning your station. We will actually go and train people how to clean their station. This is not acceptable. Open it up, do this, and there's a step-by-step process on how to clean. It's an education process about how you want to get things done. And I don't think that's just about Vietnam, that's about anywhere. If you are not on the same path to getting the same goal, you're not going to get where you want to be. Or if you do, you're going to get there a lot slower. So really make it very abundantly clear what you want to achieve, how you want to get there, and how you want it to be attained. And I found that way here is invaluable, and it really gets results faster. And there's, like I say, the wiggle room isn't there. This is the process. This is how we're doing things. Get to it.
Cool. Well, thank you, Paul, for your time.
No problem.
If you're interested to know more about Paul and his factory, unavailable.net, his contact information is below. Feel free to contact him directly. Thanks, and have a great day. Hi, my name is Chris. I'm a fashion startup consultant based in Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam. My passion is working with energetic startups to prepare them to meet investors. Together, we write your business plan, create your tech packs, fill in your quantity breakdown list, and finalize your quality control checklist. Then I take you to the Vietnamese sewing factories to get a price quote and get samples made. Get started by reading my ebooks or listening to them on audio. When you're ready, Hire me and I will ease your fears and give you an action plan to realize your garment production dreams. Let's work together in Vietnam.